Hey everyone, welcome to the No Huddle. I'm Tolly Carr. The No Huddle has had no football this season, but it's been no problem because we have lots of memories to lean back on, and this weekend would have been the Aggie-Eagle Classic weekend. Now I'm going to give you the Bayou. We talked about that last weekend. There's some other classics out there, but boy, bruh, it is hard to beat the Aggie-Eagle Classic. So let's go back and check out the last 4 of them things right here on the No Huddle.
Hey everyone, this is HBCU Gameday. I'm Stephen Gaither. This is Wiley Pitt, and we are in Durham, O'Kelly-Riddick Stadium, the scene of North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central. A lot of hype heading into this one, right?
A ton of hype. I mean, this game was crazy. I personally feel like this is the biggest football rivalry in the state of North Carolina, period, point blank. You know, we had fans in the stands. We had fire marshals warnings for them to get back. I mean, this game was hype, to say the least.
Right. So when we get to the actual game, first quarter, we don't have any score, but we do have some big plays. There's an interception, a couple of defensive plays, and then early in that second quarter, you had Malcolm Bell and the North Carolina Central offense come alive.
Malcolm Bell was really the difference maker. He made plays in the air. He made plays on the ground. That man today, he just made plays. That's all you can really say about him.
Yeah, senior day for him, so it's a big game. It's his last game at O'Kelly-Riddick Stadium, and it's definitely one he's going to remember for a long time, him as well as the rest of North Carolina Central. And not only him, but also Mike Jones had some picks. Devontae Freeman had some big plays, Reggie Hunter. So they were clicking on offense, defense, special teams, and it was just North Carolina Central's day, right?
It was, and I thought quarterback play was the biggest factor in this game. Lamar Rayner being out, and it just seemed like Central wasn't scared for them to throw the ball. Central just packed that box in real tight, said Tariq Cohen is not going to beat us, and if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to win it over the top.
For North Carolina A&T, not the result they wanted, but they are 9-2. They do have an FBS win, and so there's a chance for the playoffs. You know, you've seen this team all year. Do you think they deserve another chance?
Oh, they definitely do. A&T has a great team. I hope Lamar Rayner didn't too hurt so that he can make it back for the playoffs because he's a key cog for them. But A&T still got a lot to play for, and A&T just couldn't put enough of those plays together in a row. Along with the turnovers that they had, it just wasn't their day. Aggies, I wouldn't get too down on myself. It's time to pick up your head and keep playing football.
Right, yeah. I mean, this game has been really close the last couple of years and kind of took a step back this year. But I think that's a credit to North Carolina Central. You know, they've been the underdog the last couple of years, and you can feel it. They felt like they felt like people treated them even though they didn't see themselves like that. So now they've got this win. So they're MEAC champs. There's no sharing. They're going to the Celebration Bowl, and they're pretty excited about it, right?
Oh, yeah. And just like you said, that was one thing I heard on the field a lot during postgame was that they doubted us. Central seemed to feel like the world was against them. They didn't have the big superstars that maybe A&T had coming into the game, and Central just decided that, you know, they were going to show no co-champs, no nothing. It was all Eagles all day today.
We always talk about we don't get respected enough, and it feels great to finally earn our respect.
Man, the emotions was going crazy in the locker room, man. We have a bonfire before the games, our last home game, and the emotions out there last night was that's what really brought us out here to win because we knew we were going to shut them down. I mean, we've been shutting everybody down all year. They just never played any defense like ours, so we just had to do what we had to do. Man, it's truly a blessing, man. God really looked out for us. This year was a blessed year for us. And the coaching staff really did a good job putting the team together, bonding, and we came out victorious this year.
It's huge, man, especially this one being outright, man. We're the only ones that got a championship. It's big, man, big for the program. It's the foundation, the exposure, man. We've been through so much. We came after a 2-9 season, 3 head coaches, man. We just kept fighting through adversity. And God is good, man. You see what happens, man. Beauty in the struggle, man. We appreciate it. It's a great experience, man. Had a good run at NCCU.
We're going to the A!
It feels great. Feels wonderful. Feels great. Feels hey, yeah.
Man, I'm thinking about this for about the past 2 years. It's just a blessing and an honor to be able to go and represent the conference in a big game.
You know, we couldn't be successful without everybody putting forth a great effort, and that's what we did tonight. What you see is a combination of everything coming together over 3 years, and we finally got it out right.
baby. We're gonna sleep with it tonight.
Final week of the MEAC regular season, and we all know what that means. It's time for the Aggie-Eagle Classic. And even though this one wasn't for all the MEAC marbles like in years past, when Central and A&T square up on the gridiron, you can throw away the records, lace up your boots, and prepare for a good old-fashioned street fight. A&T comes into this one looking to put an exclamation point on an undefeated season and go into the Celebration Bowl with no confusion as to who runs the MEAC. The Eagles of North Carolina Central had nothing to lose and came into Greensboro with all types of hate in their heart.
And we go out fighting. I promise you we going out fighting.
And do trust? That feeling was mutual on the Aggie side of the field as well.
1, 2, 3, Central.
And it wasn't just the players either. The Aggie tailgaters were out here throwing all types of shade on the Eagles.
We don't care about mercy today. Got to fry them dirty birds. Got to fry them dirty birds, baby.
We eating the birds, baby. It ain't just Thanksgiving. We eating the birds.
Deep fried.
Deep fried. That's right. We said deep fried.
Aggie Stadium was packed, the hitters was out there hitting, and the refs were coming out the waistband quicker than a Dirty Harry sequel. And this was a big dogs only situation on the yard in Aggie Stadium. This little pregame dust-up cost the Eagles one of their star defensive players as Devontae Reynolds had to take off the pads and go into Hoodie Reynolds mode for the rest of the afternoon. After a scoreless first quarter, the Aggies get into a rhythm in the second. Jamari Smith breaks free for a 23-yard gain that sets up this 13-yard score from Lamar Rayner to Elijah Bell. That score is Bell's 11th touchdown on the season, breaking his former teammate Denzel Key's single-season touchdown record. Aggies go up 7-0. 16 seconds left in the first half. North Carolina Central's Isaiah Totten breaks this one outside for a 40-yard scamper that sets up a 52-yard, yes, you heard that correctly, a 52-yard field goal by Aiden Johnson. That makes the score 7-3 Aggies as we went to halftime. The North Carolina Central University marching sound machine put on for the North CAC with some Petey Pablo during their halftime performance. The blue and gold marching machine, however, said this the Aggie-Eagle Classic and y'all gonna catch this disrespect.
They won't rally.
No, sir. I know I didn't see it coming. The blue and gold marching machine delivering a knockout punch at the half. Third quarter, Lamar Rayner hits Elijah Bell again, this one for 23 yards. It originally looked like it would be his 12th touchdown of the year, but he's ruled out of bounds at the 1. Enter the high point bruiser himself, Mr. Markel Cartwright, to punch it in from 1 yard out, and the Aggie lead grows to 14-3. A&T right back to work later in the third. Jamari Smith takes this handoff around the edge for 29 yards. Lamar Rayner follows it up with a 16-yard rush of his own down to the 2-yard line. And the bruiser Markel Cartwright coming back in to do what he does best. He breaks through the line for his second score of the afternoon. Aggies rolling at home. They go up 21-3 midway through the third quarter. The Eagles down, but still flexing their talons. They managed to add a 3-yard score from Isaiah Totten to close the gap to 21-10. But the Aggie defense didn't show the Eagles any love for the rest of the game, holding NCCU to only 7 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. And by the time Elijah Bell catches this one-handed beauty, the track at Aggie Stadium was 4 rows deep, ready to storm the field. The Aggies were too strong for too long as they bring home the 24-10 victory in the Aggie-Eagle Classic. The A&T seniors finally get a win over Central as they cap off a historic undefeated season at 11-0, giving them their first outright MEAC title since 2003.
Man, no better feeling being the first team in MEAC history to come out 11-0 and do it against your rival makes it even better. So we know we talked all year, watched film. We came out, our motto was 1-0 week. You get that done, you can be 11-0. And with our meeting last night, we just told everybody we got to get it for the seniors. This senior class hasn't beat them 3 years straight, and no better way to do it being 11-0 and get to go 12-0 in the bowl game. So I'm just happy for our seniors. They're the foundation of this football team, and they started out here. So without them, we wouldn't be nothing.
And in the midst of all the celebration after the game, North Carolina A&T Chancellor Harold Martin officially accepts his Aggies' invitation to represent the MEAC in the 2017 Celebration Bowl.
I would like to extend this great invitation to you and the Aggie family to the 2017 Celebration Bowl.
Lace up your boots and put the kiddies to bed because it's time for the Aggie-Eagle Classic. North Carolina A&T traveled to Durham to face their arch nemesis North Carolina Central, and when these two teams square up, you can throw out the records and put your friendships on pause because it ain't no love in the heart of Bull City. There was smack talk in the tailgate.
Aggie pride! Let's go Aggies! Let's go Aggies!
Eagle pride! Eagle pride! Cut his out! Aggie!
Aggie pride!
No! Cut them out!
Aggie pride!
The mascots were dance battling on the sidelines, but on the field, A&T let their play do all the talking. And to my NCCU folk out there watching, this is where you may want to close your eyes because the Aggies wanted all the smoke. First quarter, Elijah Bell is back in his happy place, which is the back corner of the end zone. He catches this touchdown from 4 yards out to give A&T the early lead. Later in the first, Markel Cartwright one cut 35 yards untouched into the end zone, 14-0 Aggies.
Let's go, baby! All day!
Jermaine Martin getting in on the action. He takes this handoff 10 yards for the score, gets in the face of an Eagle defender, and like I said earlier, these boys wanted all the smoke.
All the smoke! I want it! I need it! All of it! All of it! They scared! All of it! My mama, they scared! All of it! All that smoke, boy! It's RBU around here! We ain't tiptoeing! We running through faces, man! Come on!
And apparently, so did the blue and gold marching machine. Shout out to Destiny Hamilton of the Golden Delights who went all the way in during halftime. Miss Hamilton was out there showing out and I'm here for all of it. I see you, sis. Dawn Henderson of the NCCU Eclipse Dancers was out there putting on for her dance squad as well. Much love and respect to all the dancers out there who work hard to bless us with the moves at the hat. The second stanza on the field went just like the first. Aggies made some big plays through the air that led to Markel Cartwright doing what he said he does best, running through faces. The Bruiser with the 1-yard score. Aggies up 31-0. Cartwright goes over 1,000 yards on the season, and that's a whole grown man out there wearing the deuce for A&T. The Aggie defense might have been the MVP of this game. They didn't give Central an inch. Matter of fact, they took some of them yards back home to Greensboro as the Eagles finished with minus 21 rushing yards for the whole game. You my boy Blue, Sam Blue going old school with the sack, and yeah, he's out there rocking these boys to sleep. Aggies with the disrespect, but when you play like this, you can talk that ish. Now when I tell you Elijah Bell got hands, I mean, dude might sweat stickum from his palms, because if you throw it up, he will come down with it. Here he goes up with 2 hands for the sit grab. Then he snags his second touchdown of the day on this 18-yarder, and it's 38-0 Aggies. A&T would leave the Eagles with one last parting shot as Kashawn Baker scores from 1 yard out to make it 45-0, the final score in the 2018 Aggie-Eagle Classic. And after beating the Eagles this bad on their home field, you know the Aggies were out there talking big boy smack during postgame.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This ain't no rivalry no more. This ain't no rivalry no more. Look at this. Look at the score. Look at the score. 45-0. This ain't no rivalry no more.
John.
It's Aggie Classic. Bring me 5 of them. 5 of them.
High rag. And my boy.
What's going on,
You know we
baby.
representing,
You already
baby.
know what's going on.
Let's go. We need that ring. Ring me. Hey, what did they think? Twitter don't win you no games. Stop all that BS. Can't say what I want to on here, man. Come on now. Hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, see us in the A-Man fam couldn't hold the water.
Stay back.
Goose. Hey. The sleep. Goose. Hey. Welcome to sleep. We told y'all, baby. We told y'all, bro. First shutout of the season, man. Feel good. Get it against the rival. Get the championship. Now we at least gonna get a ring this year. You already know how we coming. We grinded, and we had to come back and get them back. The last time we was here.
The rain couldn't stop a thing at this year's Aggie-Eagle Classic, where a spot in the Celebration Bowl was on the line for the North Carolina A&T Aggies, which meant them Eagles were looking to stop that Aggie train to Georgia right in its tracks. But that pack of dogs that be off Lindsay Street, they were here for any and all smoke the Eagles had for them. And to keep it a buck, the only smoke in Aggie Stadium on Saturday was coming off the wings of some cooked bird. First quarter, Elijah Bell roasts the Eagles D off the quick slant. The GOAT takes it 68 yards to the crib, 6-0 A&T. Still in the first, and it's got to be close to Thanksgiving with the way Jermaine Martin carved the bird on this play. 20 yards, another score added to the single-season A&T touchdown record, and y'all see him tooting that horn because the Jermaine train done pulled into the station. 13-0 Aggies. A&T honored their legendary 1999 squad after the first quarter. Shout out to my family, Darius Helton, who was on that team. I caught up with the boys from 99, who reminded us that this Aggie dominance thing ain't really all that new.
What it is that a lot of people that are kind of new to Aggie pride, they think that, oh wow, we just got a golden era now. We got a long history of championship and excellence. This ain't nothing new. We've been doing it for at least 20 years, but way before that. Aggie pride been going strong for a long time.
And of course, while I was busy catching up with the OGs, the boy Jermaine Martin scored again. It's 23-0, and it's getting out of hand in Aggie land, but hold up, it was about to get uglier. Corey Banks catches this one on the sideline, and he puts that shake and bake on the Eagle defender. Stays on his feet, catches a shove that sent him flying out of bounds, but not after a nice 52-yard pickup. Then it's the barber, Kashawn Baker. He puts a zigzag part in old buddy's fade, slaps some Barbasol on his neck, and charged him 31 yards. Baker finishes the drive off with a 2-yard touchdown, 30-0, Aggies dominating at the break. Now the weather didn't allow the bands to hit the field at the half, so the sound machine did their thing from the stands. And the marching machine blessed us from the track. Cause you know can't nothing stop a HBCU band from doing their thing. The second half starts with an Aggie field goal and an Aggie fumble recovery. Then it's back to the GOAT, Elijah Bell, whose final touchdown on his home field was truly a thing of beauty. 32 yards, 6 points, he closes out his career at Aggie Stadium with a 109-yard, 2-touchdown performance, and he becomes only the 6th player in MEAC history with 200 career receptions. He is the GOAT for a reason. Aggies 40, Eagles 0.
Going ACL, man. We're going back. Man, let's get it.
Now we gotta take a moment to appreciate how this A&T defense was gnawing on that Eagle neck bone all afternoon long. The Aggie D held NCCU to -6 rushing yards, 15 passing yards. That's 9 total yards all game. Yeah, 9 yards. This here was the Aggie defense's second fumble recovery of the day. And it led to Deshaun Baker's second touchdown of the day. This one from 5 yards out, and it's 47-zip. Unfortunately for NCCU, it's still the third quarter, and A&T quarterback Kingsley Afidi takes it up the middle. The Eagles thought he was down, but he just rolled over his dog, hopped up, scores a 34-yard touchdown to make it a 54-0 ball game. And bruh, this one was over by the fourth quarter. A&T gets their second straight blowout shutout in the Aggie-Eagle Classic, and the Aggie sideline turned into a whole party as they get the MEAC three-peat and are headed back to Atlanta, or as they were calling it, Aggie-Land.
Hey, back in the A with it. 3 times. I'm going back in the A with it. You feel me? Ain't no one doing what we do. Ain't no one doing what we do. You can't do it. Hey, you can't say it's you without the Aggie. Hey, this ain't no home no more. A&T. You feel me? Atlanta A&T, that's what that is.
Know your school is extra lit when you got the coach and the chancellor getting it in after you accept that Celebration Bowl bid.
Woo! That was good right there, boy. 4 years of the Aggie-Eagle Classic. Everybody took an L in 2020. Just no football on the HBCU side. But hopefully in 2021, we will get it in again. A&T, North Carolina Central, more Aggie-Eagle in our future. Whew, fingers crossed. Well, that's going to do it for the show this week. I'm Tolly Carr. The crew says, see ya. We'll check you out next time.